I asked ChatGPT what's the worst Pokemon team in FireRed and tried to beat Pokemon with that. As you know, ChatGPT is AI and will eventually take over the world after two powerful Skynet golems. After asking a few times and having to explain which Pokemon is part of which region, we managed to get 6 of the worst Pokemon in the game, which are spoilers. So let's get started. I met a man giving off weird stepfather vibes who asked me for my name. Every time. Who also had a grandchild who's given off weird step-sibling vibes, who is called Lou. Loser. A name which I feel he will live up to. I used the Pokemon randomizer to change Bulbasaur to our first worst Pokemon, Pidgey. I chose Bulbasaur because Loser would choose Charmander to add a little challenge to the game. Makes sense when you see the team. Pidgey has a gentle nature, meaning increased special defense and lower defense. Could be worse. He also has the ability Keen Eye, which I guess is alright. I creatively named him G-Pidge. What? Stop looking at me like that. It's a great name. Loser immediately wanted to show us the origin of his name and challenged us to a battle. Shut up, stepfather, I know how to fight. After a tackle and a scratch off, G-Pidge won. What a G. I saw my stepsister gave me a map and sprinted off to the wild. I grabbed Oak's package and returned it in exchange for his balls.
Nice.
I then found my next worst encounter, Rattata. First try. Again, using my creativity, I named him Purple Nurple. He has a jolly nature, which is perfect, meaning lower special attack and higher speed. Oh, you'll be a big asset to my team. Spoiler. I headed to Viridian Forest finding Caterpie. Yeah, I thought it would be a Metapod, but ChatGPT told me otherwise. So I named Caterpie Catabagel. I was hungry for a bagel. She has a serious nature, which means neutral stats. Before I could eat said bagel, I caught my 4th worst Pokemon. I caught Wee Wee the Weedle, for obvious reasons. I made it to Pewter City and took on Brock, the rock gym leader, with a bird and 2 worms. All 3 weak to rock, and a rat barely did damage. I had my Wee Wee out at first to poison the Geodude, which didn't work, needing G-Pidge to try and wither it down. Geodude took out G-Pidge, so I used Purple Nurple to try and do the same, but also got knocked out. All I had left was Catabagel. Managed to take out the Geodude to my surprise, only to be one-shot by Rock Tomb from an even bigger and harder worm. Yeah, this is going to be challenging. I leveled everybody up and Purple Nurple learned Hyper Fang, a base 80 move with a chance for flinching. This could be clutch. I challenged Brock again, trying the same tactic as last time with Wee Wee using Poison Sting to poison the Geodude, and got it on the second try. I switched out to Purple Nurple, who Hyper Fanged it and managed to take it out. I swapped back to Wee Wee to try and do the same thing with Onyx and got the poison first try. This is great. I then used Wee Wee to continue using String Shot to lower its speed and stall the poison out as long as it could until it fainted, and then Hyper Fanged myself to victory. First badge down. Honestly, I think luck played a big part in this battle. Suck it, Brock. Who has a superior worm now? That's not right. It says Loser is a winning trainer. Any hoot hoot. I picked up the running shoes, headed to Mount Moon, but wait, stumbled across my 5th worst Pokemon, Spearow, who I call Death, with a naive nature meaning higher speed. That's great. Now with 5 members on my team, I headed to Mount Moon, but wait again! I found my final member, the worst of the worst, bottom of the barrel, your moist savior. Wizard the Magikarp, bold-natured, what? Lower attack. Oh. So here we have it, folks. The 6 worst Pokemon in the game who will carry me to victory. Somehow, I made it to Cerulean City to take on Misty and a moist crew. Comment if you want me to stop saying moist. G-Pidge got a critical hit wing attack to start things off, but just failed to take out Staryu. I threw in Wizard to get a few tackles out, but that didn't really do much and swapped to Purple Nurple. We got one-shot by Water Pulse. I had Wee Wee try to poison Staryu, which it did. I'm loving this poison look. Staryu just wouldn't go down, needing Wee Wee, Catabagel, and Death to take it out. Great. Then Starmie Water Pulse Wee Wee back to the Pokemon Center. Okay, new plan. So round 2 went a lot better as Purple Nurple one-shot the Staryu with Hyper Fang, but lost to Starmie. I then tried to use Wee Wee to poison the Starmie, but it got outsped and one-shot, as did Death and Catabagel. Wizard, however, managed to hold on, but then that got 2-shot, as did G-Pidge. I tried another 4 times and still couldn't take out the Starmie. Every time, it would use Recover or a Super Potion. I eventually leveled everyone up to 25 and taught Purple Nurple Thief and Death Aerial Ace, round 7. So Purple Nurple managed to take out Staryu without taking damage. As speed was a factor, I had Catabagel get off a few string shots to slow down Starmie before it got taken out. I used Death to get off 2 layers before it went down, and had Wee Wee get off 2 more string shots. For all these stat reductions, I threw out Purple Nurple and got off a critical hit Hyper Fang to win me the badge. Honestly not sure if I needed all the stat reductions, but who cares, I got my badge. Loser wasn't happy with the result and challenged me to a battle immediately, but I soloed his whole team with Purple Nurple and Hyper Fang. I'm sure I've had harder playthroughs using normal team, I said hi to Bill and watched his cursed Chimera experiments. First you, Show Tucker. Headed to Vermilion City, boarded the SSN where Loser showed up again. Wow, he really takes pride in his name. The battle went pretty much the same as last time. I rubbed off the captain's back because he's seasick, you dirty purse, and obtained the cut HM. I sliced my way to the third gym and did Lieutenant Surge's stupid bin puzzle and challenged him to a battle and won, thanks to Hyperfang. I headed through Rock Tunnel to Lavender Town and went to pay my respects until found Loser again, who wanted to be kind and fill up some of the empty graves. So I helped. Purple Nurple took out Pidgeotto with a Hyperfang quick attack combo. I tried to get Wee Wee to poison Gyarados, but it got too shot. Purple Nurple finished it off with Hyperfang. Death, Aerial Ace, Executing Kadabra, and Purple Nurple easily took out Charmeleon. Hey, where's your Raticate? Oh no. Wait a minute. Did he? He didn't. I went up the tower and found a ghost. I forgot I needed the Sylph Scope. I headed to Celadon and took an Erica. So G-Pidge and Death just air-released the whole team. But then I got my 4th badge. To celebrate my success, I beat up Team Rocket's hideout, including Big Boss Man Mr. G. Purple Level took out Honest with a critical dig and also took out the Rhyhorn. I used Hyperfang and managed to take out Kangaskhan. Should have named him Ace. I headed back to Lavender Town, killed Marowak for the 2nd time, saved Eyebrows, who gave me something to blow, and a Pokeflute. I blew the Onyx awake, picked up some tea, drove my way through the guards and made it to Saffron City. Hey, I just beat you guys. So I beat the G team again by ascending Silphco. And look who showed up. What are you doing here? You definitely picked the right team of losers to join. So I thought. It took all 6 Pokemon to take out Pidgeot. So I leveled up the team and tried again, and again, and again. And on this attempt, after I leveled everyone to 53, Purple Nurple's Fang took out the Pidgeot and Gyarados. I used Catabagel to heal up Purple Nurple, a role she is best suited for, as is Wizard, and finally took out Charizard. Death, Murder, Execute, and Alakazam. That was tough. As a reward, someone gave me a Lapras, Pokemon that's too good and shall be boxed forever. I took on Mr. G for the final time. Purple Nurple took out Nidorino, who got paralysed by Nidoqueen and lost. I threw Death out, who got poisoned immediately but managed to take out Nidoqueen. Wee Wee poisoned Rhyhorn straight away. I used Catabagel to slow down Rhyhorn, who actually managed to last quite a long time. Wow, this Rhyhorn sucks. I used this time to heal up the team and let Wizard stall out the Rhyhorn until Poison took it down. I brought Wee Wee out to try and poison the Kangaskhan, who got it first time. This Poison look is really saving me. He got Mega Punched, but Death managed to take it out with Aerial Ace, giving us the victory. I was then rewarded with the most useless item in the game, a Master Ball. Immediately took on Sabrina, who didn't stand the chance as Purple Nurple's Fangs just decimated the whole team. 5th badge is mine. I headed to Fuchsia City taking on Koga. Purple Nurple took out most of his team, but his wheezing caused a bit of an issue. He took out Purple Nurple, Death, Wizard, Purple Nurple again, until G-Pidge managed to take it out. That's a 6th badge. I froze in the C4 Islands and got lost in the Pokemon Mansion. Hey, what's this button do? I finally escaped and took on Blaine. Purple Nurple struggled more than I expected with Growlithe, but managed to win. I used Catabagel to slow down Ponyta, just so she feels useful for a second, but then gets burnt to a crisp. I threw out Purple Nurple, who nearly one-shot Ponyta but lost. Fortunately, Death took it out, but lost to Rapidash. I threw out G-Pidge, managed a quick attack taking out Rapidash, and then came out his Arcanine, and I had Wee Wee and Wizard. You can guess how that went. I tried again, but had Death one-shot Growlithe with a critical Drill Peck. Purple Nurple Hyperfang Ponyta got a crit on Rapidash, and nearly took out Arcanine. I tried the Poison tactic and was anticipating the Hyper Potion. Didn't get the Poison. I tried Death, who didn't do much, so resulted in stall switching, till I could heal up Purple Nurple and bring him back out, winning me my 7th badge. I avoided misclicking Bill. Leave me alone! I headed straight to Viridian City as I heard the gym leader had returned. Lo and behold, it was Mr. G. The ground type specialist. Hey, that's my favourite type, how dare you? First attempt didn't go so well, so on the second attempt, after adjusting some movesets, Death took out both Rhyhorns and Dugtrio with a few steel wings. I then used every X item I had and managed to power up Death so much they took out both Nidoqueen and Nidoking. That went surprisingly well. I now have all 8 badges so I can head straight to the— oh, for Arceus' sake. On my first attempt, On my second attempt, Purple Nurple fanged Pidgeot, buried Rhyhorn, Death took out Execute and Alakazam. I threw Catabagel out to take the future sight Alakazam used. Good strat, I know. I nearly took out Gyarados by getting a lucky flinch. G-Pidge Quick Attack took it out though. Charizard came out and began to sweep, so I used this as a chance to bring Purple Nurple out. I hit Super Fang, but he retaliated with a Scary Face, which made me a lot slower. Got hit by a Flamethrower and hit back with a Hyper Fang. Ignoring the speed drop, I used Quick Attack to win the battle. Suck it, loser. I made it through Victory Road to take on the Elite Four. I tweaked the a few movesets to get more coverage, did some leveling, and took on the first leader, Lorelei. But it became very clear that I wasn't strong enough. So I leveled everybody up to 85 and tried again. Immediately it was better. I one-shot the dugong with a crit. Cloister was a bit of trouble as it kept spanning protect and dive, which I avoided with dig, set up hail and spikes, and then full restored, but I managed to take it out. Future spikes I didn't really want to swap in and out. I managed to take out Slowbro with a few fangs. I got confused by Lapras, which had me hurt myself. I managed to finish it off with Hyper Fang. I then swapped to Caterpagel to heal up Purple Nurple. Managed to tank an Ice Punch before going down. Sent out Purple Nurple, who got a crit Hyper Fang and won me the battle. Bring on Bruno. Bruno has a team mixed of fighting, yes, and rock types, no! So this could be challenging. Purple Nurple took out Onyx with relative ease, whilst Death one-shot Hitmonchan and nearly one-shot Machamp, but it barely hung on. Bruno used a full restore, whilst Death hit it with an Aerial Ace followed by a Drill Pet to take it out. Death also one-shot Hitmonlee, and I sent Purple Nurple out to finish off Onyx, but made a mistake and used Dig before Onyx used Earthquake. Death finished off with Steel Wing, and that's Bruno done. Bring on Agatha, who uses Ghost types, who are immune to most of my normal moves. Great. Prior to the battle, I taught Purple Nurple Shadow Ball for Quick Attack, hoping this may help against her Gengars, and it did. I actually one-shot the first Gengar, got paralysed by Golback, and swapped to Caterpagel to remove the confusion, who fell, swapping back to Purple Nurple to take it out. Golback wasn't too difficult, but I had to use a mix of Hyper Fang, Dig, and Shadow Ball to take it out, with Agatha constantly using full restore. The second Gengar survived the first Shadow Ball without going into full restore range, but then put me to sleep with Hypnosis. I woke up, tanked the Sludge Bomb and took it out with a second Shadow Ball, as well as her final Haunter. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Now for Dragon Trainer Lance. In preparation, I taught Ice Beam to Purple Nurple, but I've said his name way too many times. But Dig to give me better coverage. I have a second Dig TM, so I can always reteach it if required. Purple Nurple and Gyarados traded blows, but I managed to take it out eventually. I swapped in Caterpagel to heal Purple Nurple up and tanked an Ancient Power. This Caterpie is bulky. It eventually fell to another Ancient Power, but Aerodactyl got the stat buff. Crap. I sent Purple Nurple back out and tried to Ice Beam, which only did a quarter. It's super effective as well. He got taken out by Hyper Beam. Death was up next, who, as predicted, lost to an Ancient Power, followed by Wizard, who stalled long enough to bring Purple Nurple back for a third round, and eventually took it out. Phew. Next up was the dreaded Dragonite. I decided not to bother with poison and instead heal up Purple Nurple so I can Ice Beam it away. Hit the first one, taking Dragonite down to half, who then used Safeguard, sealing its fate for me to take it out with a second Ice Beam. Both of his final Dragonair came out, and to my surprise, took 2 Ice Beams each to take out, and thus Lance was defeated. I did it. I beat the game with the worst team of Pokemon. What? There's another champion? Another winner? I healed up the team and sprinted to find the winner, and lo and behold, it was loser. Bring it on. I'm going to make you live up to your name for the last time. Purple Nurple hit an Ice Beam and got a freeze. That, never happens. And easily took out Pidgeot. Alakazam got one-shot by Shadow Ball. Definitely took out Executor, who got put to sleep twice, but Aerial laced it down. That's half of his team done without any real trouble. I am impressed. I Ice Beam Rhyhorn, only taking the scary face. I sacrificed Caterpagel, Shocker, to drop Gyarados' speed with String Shot, allowing Purple Nurple to eventually take it out. All that was left was Charizard. I sent out G-Pidge, who got cooked immediately. I used Wizard to heal up Purple Nurple. We've got Charizard down to yellow, but fell, as did Wee Wee, leaving only one Pokemon left, our last hope and saviour, the true bringer of death, who delivered, or should I say, delivered, and thus I won the run. But that was pretty fun. I'm actually really impressed with Rattata and his fans. I would love to try a solo run with just one. That turned out to be more entertaining than I expected it to be. Rattata, Pidgey and Spearow were actually pretty good and not that bad. And Weedle's Poison Sting really came in clutch quite a few times, and Caterpie and Magikarp were as we expected them to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what other challenges you want to see me do. Make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. Catch you in the next one.